while.
Welcome to episode 37 of my podcast, His Man Cave. My name's Glenn Stewart. That's Johnny Gates. And, of course, we got David Allen hijacked hostage in here. We're going to put the duct tape back on him after we're done talking to him.
Absolutely. I'm only here when somebody cancels.
That's funny.
It's honest.
It's not true.
No,
It's
it is.
100% honest.
We had a
No,
cancel.
we've had you in here when we were like, you know what, we really don't want to talk to each other.
that's
Or he's like, hey, do y'all have anybody? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, well, you know who needs to be on there?
Yeah,
David Allen.
Somebody.
Get a little bit of that David Allen juju on
some-
there.
I thought you were going to mute that.
Vitamin A.
You
I
didn't.
No, I did not. Let's see. I wonder if I just close it, will it stop? We'll just try that.
So you never saw All in the Family?
No, I never saw
Not
All in the
one
Family.
fucking time.
No, I was a home improvement kid.
Which one was All in the Family?
Archie Bunker,
That's the
Edith,
one
songs
they-
that made the hit parade.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I
great.
remember watching it. But I
It's-
don't remember
God,
it, but I remember
we should-
watching it.
We should watch that again, guys.
We would get pulled
Why?
off of YouTube.
It's so fucking funny.
We would not.
It is so fucking funny.
You know what I thought about?
Hilarious.
We should have done here.
Hilarious.
We should have gone live
Laughed until I cried.
because I may have been able to hook up all three cameras. I forgot I wanted to play with that.
Oh, well, there's always next time.
It's always next
Well,
time.
you're gonna be gone for a while, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
and
so
me.
by the way, are you going to guest host for me on Sunday and Monday of next week when I'm out of town in
He's
Florida?
got shit to do, man.
Well, Monday I could. Monday.
Really,
I
this
could.
ghost is starting to get to me.
So when I had some electrical issues with my air conditioner, remember that?
Uh-huh.
So
Did you see the look on his face? Because, watch, just mention ghost.
ghost.
And he gets uncomfortable. Hey, Gabby, look what's behind you.
Ooh.
It's a big old giant specter.
I'm about to say, if you want me to exercise your house, I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't do it.
yeah.
Don't do it now while I'm here.
The back porch is getting a little flabby. Exercise that house.
What would you do if he's like, push up? Do it!
I'd be like, hey man, you can't have this motherfucker back over here anymore. He's fucking crazy. He's trying to eat my dogs.
Yelling at the house.
Yeah. So, but I
Your
had some
house looks
electrical
heavy in the
issues.
haunches.
I had some
What?
electrical issues, and I replaced the.
Are you an electrician?
Yes, certified.
Got it.
License.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
You don't need to be work on your own house, by the way.
well,
just asking.
just got to make sure it's to code, and make sure it don't burn down.
Yeah.
And
If I
unless
learned
you get
anything,
a permit pulled.
if I learned anything from Tool Time,
Mm-hmm.
it's better to get a professional. Otherwise, it's
But
severely
wasn't
comical.
Tim the Toolman Taylor a professional?
Yeah. And he actually, towards the end of the series, got a PhD in engineering.
Honorary, right?
Honorary,
Yeah,
obviously.
I had to. All right. So anyway, I replaced the breaker that came back here, and I think that's what my problem is.
Okay.
So
Well, it's grounded and everything, right?
yeah, but I think because I've noticed that it's when the air conditioner turns on, when I think it's the stove turns on, you notice it flash, and then it was when this water cooler was cutting on too. So I think it's surging somehow. So I'm just gonna put the old breaker back in because there wasn't nothing wrong with it. I just
You don't need to do that.
We
All
would
you need to
test
do
that.
is replace the breaker that's there with a GFI, and it won't surge anymore.
no, it's surging. I think it's surging the whole circuit back here.
Oh.
So because I have a dedicated that comes off of the house back here to this panel, and
Well,
I think it's doing the whole thing.
I'm
'cause the
happy he's
porch
got
light does it.
dedicated.
Yeah.
Dedicated. Because y'all are talking
Dedicated.
fucking
Home repair and shit.
Yeah, y'all talking Spanish to me. So Gabby gave me a 30-minute spill last night about how whenever we have anybody in here, I have apparently a resting bastard mug.
I'm gonna bring up a point that I'm gonna add to it. I don't think you listen very well either, because this is the third time we've talked about this.
And what's funny is you're the one that brings it up, and then
Every
as soon as
time.
everybody else talks about it, you're just like, boop.
Tune out.
Just gotta wait till I can talk again.
Oh, is that what I do? I just wait?
Well, like a cat in the long grass. I mean, that's how you get all the birds.
Just wait.
Well, talk away, motherfuckers.
Jesus.
But here's the thing. I think because about the whole like resting
What are
bastard
you
phase,
doing?
I'm trying to set my thing to do not disturb.
Do not disturb me.
Just put the little thing on the
I got
on the
it.
door
Do
handle.
not
It's
disturb me
shutting
no
up now.
more.
But here's the thing, like about your comment, Glenn. I think everybody has a resting bastard phase.
I'm sure. At
I
some
just
point,
I just think that we're in a position where we're all just sitting around while somebody's talking long enough to where it's just very apparent.
Well,
Did
I
you notice
feel
he had to talk himself into listening to you just then.
well. No, the reason I'm saying is I think that it's because I know you people, And I'm so used to not
What do
listening
you
to
mean by
y'all.
you people?
I'm so you fucking Shreveport comics.
That's true. We all talk all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you see me
That's
after...
not true. Listen, let me tell you why.
It was good. That was my favorite one. In 37 episodes, that was the favorite thing you've said.
Nailed
You know,
it.
God, we
All right,
did
well,
it.
we're done, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
that's it.
I
That's
have
it.
reached the pinnacle. On to newer, bigger, and better.
in the Vegas show, you know when to walk off and just let the showgirls, flap around.
That's right.
You know what the thing that gets me about, like, the after the open mics and stuff
What?
is the never-ending plethora of pussy dick humor. It's just fart jokes and STD humor. Like, and you're sitting there, and sometimes I'm a grown-up. Sometimes I get off stage and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty grown about myself. I've got a widow's peak, a receding hairline. I walk out there and he's like, and that's when I gave her the herp. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I just walk into?
I don't know if an asshole can catch herpes, but let me tell you guys something.
I was throwing it at it.
Yeah.
That's what you hear my horn honk twice and my car auto start and I'm walking that direction.
Just like a bunch of guys walking around. There's a
Go
goose
Dusty
on the
Trail.
loose. Honk, honk.
I hate people that do that shit.
Well, listen, how funky is your monkey? How loose is your goose?
My goose is totally loose.
Yes, totally.
Just put that
the
goose
lo-
right in the caboose.
It's the loosest goose ever. We're getting into this habit of me having really silly shows.
Here?
Well, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
You got
feel-
the
you're
you got
feeling
the feels
silly.
going.
Feeling silly.
Feeling super silly, guy.
Super silly.
Super
Super
silly.
silly.
So, what else is going on?
The world's ending.
Well, it always is, right?
No, not as fast as it currently is.
What's happening?
Don't mention it. Don't mention it. He'll freak out.
The
He
stock
doesn't-
market
Okay,
That'll work.
is collapsing. No. The other shit.
My
Is-
my stocks are going great right now.
What do you own? A stock in a company that dismantles bank signs, stops
a
stops Wall Street from killing
I
itself.
can't remember
like,
I can't remember the name of the company, but they do like cures for like viruses and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's fucking going crazy. I don't know what's going on with it.
like I would totally
I got
invest in
50. I got 50 shares of Purell.
I would 100% invest in a company that installs suicide nets for all Wall Street offices.
Man, it's hard out there for a pimp, huh?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, I got a little bit. Mine really hadn't been affected too bad.
well, like I said,
But I know people who has. So.
when it's like 1.3 trillion. That's
But what
been
else
lost.
is what else is happening in the world? How's it ending? Because that's just financial.
That's how
Finan-
the depression
yeah.
started.
Financial is how it ends. Like if it was singled out to a single country.
But when I hear the world is ending, I think like I can't ever grow food anymore because the sky has been scorched or something like that.
Yeah, but you
Stock
have to get
market
to that
crashes.
point.
I got seeds in my emergency box in there. We'll have tomatoes.
That's not
going
going to do much good when
you
people
have to
riot.
You have to get to the point where it's not the time after. It's like right after. I mean, we've got to deal with the fact that once it crashes, then we're going to be firing off atomic bombs everywhere, and then that's when they're going to try to take us.
We
And
won't
then
be
we're
able to afford
affected
it.
by the coronavirus that is apparently just unleashing hell. And then we've got to deal with massive amounts of poverty and an entitled nation that is going to die a very hungry death.
But you know what's going to be great about all that? Is
We
people
will be
do
the
it-
kings,
Yes.
Johnny!
Yeah, I'll survive the longest because I got plenty to burn off. But what I'm getting
In
at,
your neck.
yeah, well, in my neck, my back, well, anyway,
your
know.
pussy and your crack.
Yeah, well, I was going to leave it alone, man.
No.
God, I wanted to leave a little bit for the.
That's the thing.
Judging by
when you're
what I can see, his pussy and his crack, atrocious.
Because that's the thing. When you're talking about your crack, you got to dig it out. You can't just leave it there. You got to dig out the crack.
Yeah, you're right. I get it.
And that's why I
Johnny,
released the crack.
I know
every
what you're
morning.
doing, and it's because you're preparing for the end of the world, because Marvel is going to need a kingpin. And that's what you're doing. You're building up for your Marvel
Yeah,
universe.
No, I just got 5 people, me and 4 others to keep alive, so I can do that.
Yeah,
for
but you
about-
could still fight Spider-Man. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, what I do is befriend him and have him fight for me. That's how you do it.
He doesn't trust the kingpin.
I'm not the kingpin.
You are.
Well, I am. We all know this. But you know what? I'm not, man. I'm just a normal average guy. I'm Doc Ock, man. Nice to meet you. I'm not a
Doc Ock
crazy
wasn't
guy.
average.
But yeah, he was
was?
friends with Superman.
Well, no, he wasn't
or
average.
Spider-Man.
No, he was above average intelligence.
Yeah, he was super genius, like
Yeah.
Nobel
Now
considering.
physically he
The
was.
point I'm getting at is he
average.
was friends with Spider-Man and
Until-
they didn't know it. That's what I'm getting at. I just wouldn't tell him who
Doc
I am.
Ock was
I'd get him to be my
Doc
buddy
Ock was invented.
and protect me.
No, was as Spider-Man's intellectual equal. That's what that was.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you know that, but you don't know anything about electricity.
I know that if you're 5 years old and you put a fork in the outlet,
Yeah.
it is a shocking experience.
Yeah, beautiful. I love the joke.
the
You're
best
supposed
way
to go when you do stuff like
No,
that.
I electrocuted the fuck out of
I
myself.
know, I've been there.
It's the best way to style your hair.
Yeah.
It is.
I remember when I was younger, I was probably 8 or 9. I had and something similar to that light over there, but it was a clock and it had a light, and the plug was stuck in the outlet and I couldn't get it out. So I was like, just grab an insulated screwdriver, put it in between the two of them, try not to touch them. I knew that much, and pop it out. I touched them, and shit, black mark on the wall. What just happened? Why did my light turn out? I don't know what happened. Something's wrong with that outlet. How'd that screwdriver get in here? I don't know.
When I went to South Carolina for Christmas, my brother had haphazardly put the Christmas lights across the walkway,
Okay.
and a bulb was broke. And my sister-in-law stepped on that live wire, and she's like, "Boy, it sure doesn't like Christmas." And I went,
Did you see that
she
styrofoam
didn't move.
insulation?
She just
Speaking of ways to get electrocuted, have you guys seen the newest prototype version of the Bluetooth linked dildo / fleshlight? They're linked.
Oh no. Yes.
I've
No.
missed that one.
Okay, so they're linked via Bluetooth, so that when the girl's masturbating, based on the speed and everything that she's ramming it in and out, that's how fast the fleshlight goes while it's on the male.
Interesting.
phallus. Yeah.
Okay. And
Now-
can they Wi-Fi?
They can
like you
Wi-Fi
can be
enable
in a
as well.
hotel in New York and your wife is back home in Louisiana. And
Yeah.
Now, don't
Huh.
you have to work the fleshlight?
No.
No, I
it's
do know they
motorized.
have some motorized ones that like spin. I saw one time on, I don't remember.
When
was
you
it
say
Joe
they
Rogan maybe
spin,
was
all
showing
I
them?
can fucking
No,
think of
this
is like a
fucking thing-
weed
no,
eater.
it was,
and you just get up there and you're
somebody
like,
cut one in half. What the fuck? There's a YouTube channel where this guy cuts shit in half.
Yeah.
And he
with a
cut one in half.
fucking. Oh,
But I'll tell you this also. The interesting thing is,
I
it
thought
will,
you were saying a fleshlight that cuts you.
No.
the fleshlight will
I
actually
was like, that
contract
sounds horrible.
and expand based on your wife's or whoever else is using it on the other side's elasticity.
Oh wow.
So you
That's
can find
fucking-
out if your wife is loose as shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel things.
Yeah, hey, this one's too big. What happened? It worked the other day when your sister was here.
She was like, "Well, your brother came over," and
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Stuck his hand.
but yeah,
in
no,
there, huh?
it's 100% Wi-Fi enabled, so that you can just sit there with the thing on your dick, and it'll go back and forth as she goes back and forth, and she can blow it and give it handies, and the forces will constrict and manipulate themselves to make it feel like she's actually doing it.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah. I'm buying stock in that company. Like
Yeah,
that's what's gonna drag us out of the recession right
Fuck-
there.
Not only am I a
Fuck
stockholder,
robots.
I'm also a client.
Very satisfied.
Why'd you buy 5 of them though? Well, that just look. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Now, what if you were connected to 5 different vaginas all at the same time?
Linked to one.
Yeah, linked to one fleshlight.
It
First of all, they'd start arguing about each other.
Well, they could be in completely different places and not know about each other.
yeah.
No, but the
But I
fact
think-
that I feel like they
I'm
would
pretty
still...
sure a red fern would grow. It's got to be what happens. Because that just sounds like like beautiful love right there.
You just unlock a cheat code, like it would just unfold into a transformer and just be like.
It would somehow
it
go
would be
up,
the
up,
end of
down,
it.
down, left, left, right, right, A, B,
No, that's
A,
how they
B,
make
down, right,
Voltron. Five pussies coming at the same time, and then the fleshlight version just turns into Voltron and just.
Yeah, just whatever you do, don't snap your fingers because something like half the people will disintegrate or something. So
Oh man, a fleshlight that is made at the Infinity Gauntlet.
I'm not putting my dick anywhere near that.
What'd you do? I made 3 of these bitches disappear.
I made 3 of them disappear.
God, they don't ever need to let me have that. I'd be a lot choosier.
But not just.
You'd be singing the Addams Family song, and people be coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, coming and going.
But I'll tell you this: the funny thing about that too is like everybody's thinking like for couples that are apart, that's just a small market share. You're completely forgetting about the webcam industry.
No, that's what I was thinking of next. Is
They
like,
actually have it now where they have, it's already a thing. Like on the chats and stuff where
Yeah.
they insert something in there that reacts to every time you give them a...
Well, but that just does her. That
Yeah.
doesn't. Do
No, no,
nothing
I
for
know,
you,
I know,
So this
but-
would take care of. But
Yeah, but you can't. That's over. Think about the mass media. She's not going to just hook into one fucking
no, she
thing.
does one. She does one video.
Can you imagine?
with 50 people
that would
live.
ruin. Do you know how many women already walk around like their fucking shit could take over the world? Can you imagine one bitch like I got 500 people on what? Blah, blah, all these fucking people. Sorry,
Well, that's
just too much.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're
too
you're,
much.
If you're thinking those 500 people don't already come when they're watching a
No,
webcam,
it's
Yeah.
it's the power. I don't have that kind of power.
Yeah, you never will,
I want to.
unless you want to become.
If I had a genie, one of my wishes is,
He'd have a vagina.
yeah, I would.
Where? There's the question. Where's that vagina?
Where's that?
Now let me
And
ask
what are
you.
you going
back
to
of the-
allow to be put in there?
No.
Back of the elbow.
No,
So
I would.
put it.
Somebody told
No,
me.
but then you'd be sitting
'Cause how
there
many
having
times-
conversations
how
and
many-
just get your dick out my elbow.
How many times?
Look, Gabby, we didn't know what was going on. He
How
ain't even
many
paying attention to the
times
show. What kind of fucking producer do we
have
have over
you
here?
have you had like somebody that came up to you and they're like, ugh, you know, they just want to fight you, but you know, then they pull that card, well, you're a guy, I'm a girl, kind of thing, which is fine. I'm a gentleman. I'm not gonna hit a lady. But there are times that I'd love to have a genie bottle just to wreck house on some of these mouthy. I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Well, no, I get it, because like that's a classic like guy thought is the fact that like some of these women walk around knowing that you can't fight them, and some women do abuse that. I don't think it's a large number. I think it's maybe
Yeah,
like
but you don't have to-
2%.
If
In
a
the
woman starts
racing
waylaying on
community.
you and you back off and she keeps waylaying on you and you back off again and she waylays on you still, you open palm her to the face. I mean, that's not really, you're not beating her up. You just open palming her in the face.
Yeah, but then she'll go down. And she'll
Yeah,
cry.
that's exactly what'll happen.
She's gonna be like Shaq. You remember? You barely touch Shaq,
Shaq
and he
and-
does that real slow fucking roll on the ground.
Yeah, that's 7
I watched
tall
7 minutes of
monster.
LeBron James's bullshit.
Can
flops
you
the other
imagine
day,
a bad
laughing my
bitch
ass
being like,
off.
"I'm gonna whip your ass," and you just pow, and she does a slow
Have
roll
you seen
on the
that
ground.
video? The guy on the subway train that slaps the shit out of that bitch.
No.
Gabby, do me a favor, please. Type in like the slap heard round the world, something like that. But it was a subway train, a dude in a funky ass fucking jacket.
God.
Look, there it is right there. Slap heard round the world subway. Look, you see it? That's it.
Well, he realized he misspelled.
I mean, look, all right, that's it. The 41-second one. There you go.
God, this guy's gonna knock the shit out of this person.
Dude, this shit is nuts. I'm pretty sure it's muted.
It needs to be.
Pretty sure it is. Yeah, okay, so she's yelling at him, calling him stupid. She hits him. Bow! If you could have heard that, that is one of the craziest.
That was like a karate chop.
Dude, he slapped her so hard that I think her credit score jumped like 10 points.
In which direction?
Did he hit the pole too?
No,
That's just her.
that's just her. Man, hold
Wait,
on.
look, you can see his fingers come up. Look,
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I have to pause this for a second because I have got to let these boys hear this.
He's like, whoa, what is that?
what are we doing?
It's so loud.
It's ridiculous.
That's violent.
Ma'am. So, I mean, sometimes bitches get smacked, especially after they hit people.
Yeah.
Because some people can't. Some people let it go once.
It's gonna be
twice,
Johnny's
3 times.
first comedy album. Sometimes,
Sometimes
bitches get slapped.
smacked.
Mm-hmm.
Smacked.
Yeah, dude. I would never smack my wife or my daughter. My wife slapped me one time. Slapped me hard as fuck one time. And then took my daughter from me and was like, like, you wouldn't hit me with her. And I'm like, I'll knock you out. Anyway, I didn't touch her. I told her that was your one. Please don't ever touch me again because I don't know what I'll do next time.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one
Don't put your
time.
fucking hands on.
There was one time. There was a young lady friend of mine back in the day that was maybe strung out on a few drugs of sorts,
Maybe?
severely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she charged me as I was, we were bumping uglies,
Yeah.
as you do.
Yeah, as you do.
And she charged at me, and with a face full of talons, she dug her claws into my face. And I didn't hit her, but I totally grabbed her like one-handed and just twat chunked her across the fucking. It was just a reaction. And it knocked her out because her head hit the wall. When she came up though, she was like, I got out of hand as I'm like trying to super glue the hunks of face back on. And she's like, yeah, we should probably quit seeing each other. And I'm like, I just had to throw you like a bowling ball. like I just
Of
literally.
course we have to stop seeing each other.
Bloop. It was bad. It was but you mix those like 9 Klonopins and whatever the fuck she had.
Ooh.
Yeah, she had a lot. She had a
Fuck that.
lot. She didn't remember. All she remembered was airborne. She didn't remember attacking me. But I mean, when I
Did
came
you
home,
scream airborne as you threw her?
no, it's not like
What,
when
like
you
a
have a
battle
fish
cry?
and you're like,
She-
fish on! Like, you don't be like, airborne ho! No, it's not how
She
it works.
mutated. She's airborne now.
Airborne. Uh-oh.
One of my favorite old jokes was, I'm a member of the Slapaho tribe. That is probably, that'll always make me giggle.
Slap a hoe. Did he get it? Ah, the force is strong with this one.
Now, what am I supposed to do with it?
Eat it. Here. No. This is what we do. We high five.
No, I'm not going to fucking high-five you with a
smash
bug in my
it.
hand.
Dude, it's a fuck, man.
I don't want any bug guts on me.
Dude.
Ain't no bug guts on me.
That's some pussy shit right there, man. Like, I don't want bug guts on me.
Ew, bug guts. Oh no. I don't mind donkey testicles, but bug nuts.
I think we know who's the first
Bug-
going in the
bug
apocalypse.
nuts?
Whoa, what?
Bug
Yeah,
nuts.
he's definitely. We're eating him first.
No, you're not. I'm too much of an open thinker. Y'all's world will be
I will-
changed.
If tomorrow's the end of the world and you come walking down my driveway wondering if I got ramen noodles for you to
Fuck
eat,
you.
you're catching a bow, an arrow in the neck.
See, that's the thing. In like the true to God apocalypse, I'm going as ham as I fucking want.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I don't want to be in.
I have a fucking compound.
Reconstructing afterwards.
Do you understand this? I have a compound in Keithville. You're not fucking getting me if you want me.
I'm not coming for you.
No, I'm just saying, anybody that does.
You're the one that's gonna be hungry, not me.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to be the one in the SR-71 Blackbird because nobody's going to be guarding that.
This dude said the SR-71. You ever heard that speed story that guy tells, the pilot? He tells this speed story about, I'll try to make it as quick as I can, but I won't do it any justice. He talks about they were flying, how fast this thing flies. You know, it's like
Mach 6, Mach 7.
2,000 knots, 19, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's fast as fuck. And they're listening on this frequency that everybody's on. And he was talking about their flight that day was to like take off and cruise up from, Southern California to Washington and then cut across over to, somewhere and then cut down to Mississippi and then cut back over. And, we wrapped this up in about 45 minutes to an hour. It's like, God damn. And he said they were listening to this frequency that everybody talks on, and this guy in like a little Cessna comes on and is like, hey, I'm checking my ground speed, ask the tower for a ground speed reading. And they tell him, and then somebody gets on behind him trying to be a big shot because he's going faster than him, and they tell him, and he's going going faster than the guy in the Cessna, and then this guy in the F-16 chimes on, just to kind of make it stop, and prove that he's the baddest motherfucker on the block.
Mm-hmm.
And he chimes in, and it shuts everybody up. And then right about then is when the guy in the back seat reached up and keyed up the microphone, and he, asked for a ground speed check. And they tell him, 1,999 knots, on the ground. And he's like, I'm reading more like 2,000, something like that. And it's it's a great fucking story about how fucking fast that goddamn airplane is. It's fucking insane.
You ever have any weird coincidences? Like today, a guy at work came in and mentioned one of the things that Gabby put on the board. Jewish and former Nazis employed by NASA, credited with the moon landing.
Yeah,
But he came in there.
That's very known.
Yeah, I know it's very known, but it was just funny that that's what he opened up today's conversation. He comes in there, 3 o'clock, he does a little stroll around, and he always manages to end up in my office.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like, hey, did you know that Warner Braun? It's like, yeah, I think everyone knew.
Did he die recently or something? Or was he in the news recently for something? I'm sure he's probably dead for a long time. I don't, but
Well,
was he recently in the news? Because I vaguely remember hearing about his name recently.
the main reason that NASA's so much in the news is because
Werner Braun.
the first
He died in 77.
Yeah, the lady that helped with the original orbit and space program, that was the first black lady. She passed
died
away
recently. That's right. That's
so
right.
it kind of put a lot of NASA in the news as far because like that story is very much like, oh, look at how progressive NASA was. They were the first government institution to have integrated bathrooms, and then like people kept going back, be like, but they also hired Nazis, and like it was like, okay, so we didn't bat 1,000,
Yeah.
but we did put a
Yeah.
man on the moon.
In defense of that decision,
Of
man.
the Nazis? Whoa,
No. In the decision to hire Nazis, those sons of bitch, them scientists over there were fucking cranking out mega weapons.
Yeah, they were smart as
Have
fuck.
you seen that fucking show, like Nazi mega weapons?
that train?
Jesus.
That
Like the shit they're like, oh, by the
train
way.
cannon?
You know that train cannon was so iconic that they made an entire anime out of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's about
That's true.
It's set in Japan, and these they pretty much model these trains have these massive cannons on them, and they have to hunt this version of the undead, and they use these I don't want to go into the whole storyline. That's the main point I wanted to go for.
That's crazy.
It's like they have like these mobile fortress trains that have gigantic cannons on them.
Like, I mean, some of it, like that giant fucking gun.
That's what we're talking about.
No, well, you had to train it up. Yeah, but that's the one. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, it's so fucking big that their answer's like, we can't get over this little piece of water to make their lives hell. And then somebody he was drunk that day, hungover, and he's like, we should make a big gun. And they're like, yeah, that guy, promote him, biggest gun you've ever fucking seen.
Well, it was like I said at that time.
That sounds like such an American thing to do, though. Like, just be like, we need a big-ass gun.
War spending was so insane on both sides that anybody could just say anything, and somebody would be like, do it, because we don't know if the Nazis are doing it.
'Cause, I mean,
like,
if-
you could just say
Well, they've got
anything.
that video footage of the Nazis looking for the
K2 rockets. They were just blowing
No,
fucking their own people up. Oh, well, this was a misfire.
You made me forget what I was going to say. Yeah, that's right. The Ark of the Covenant. They got that video footage where that guy, that professor, foils the whole plot.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, it's
pretty
a
good
good video.
documentary. Pretty good documentary.
It just cracks me up that
I love
was
the detail in the face melting. For the 40s, that was pretty good.
I'm surprised they were able to video that, but that's pretty cool.
And it didn't melt the camera. The camera was viewing it, but it didn't melt the camera.
Well-
How does anybody explain that?
because it says if you look into the Ark of the Covenant, it will obliterate you. It doesn't say a recording device.
Yeah, but then if I watch it, am I looking into it? Does it obliterate me?
Technically,
Well, I guess it didn't because
Oh
I've
my
seen
God,
it
that's
like
how
10 or
the
15
ring
times.
started.
Yeah,
That's how the ring
technically
started.
you're
Yeah, but all you gotta
looking.
do is just divert it to voicemail. And it's not a
Technically,
big
you're
deal.
looking through several things here. You're looking through lenses and you're looking through film. So therefore, you're not really looking into it. You're looking through other items to get to it.
Glenn, need I remind you that we are talking about Indiana Jones,
Yeah, I know.
a movie.
I'm aware. I'm just
And
giving you an
we're
example
not-
of what I told you yesterday.
I was
am
joking.
so
is
immersed.
what I was doing.
I'm so immersed in these fan
And you had to
theories.
bring it to this level.
I can't believe that you're not just
of-
letting me indulge in my childlike
Why are
fantasies.
you playing with my kids' toys?
Because you
Why
leave
are
them
you
in here.
fingering a dog.
It's got the button that makes it do shit. So shut the
I mean,
fuck up.
Don't we all?
Do you have one on your back where it makes your fucking tail wag, you big fat son of a bitch?
You want to see?
No, I
Then
don't.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you know what? So it's like doing a fucking sideshow with the dog boy. Look
Try
at
again.
No, you got that one patchy fucking face eye thing going.
Try again.
I'm
You
not
look like my dog. He chews his ass and he's missing most of his hair. So eat a dick.
He's missing most of his hair.
And he likes when the other boy dog licks on his dick. So back off over there.
You know, the World War II is also what started the Psychic Initiative program.
It's true.
I,
Not the men who
the-
stared at goats.
Well, it was based off that once MK Ultra lost its funding.
Yeah, okay, I always thought it was
No,
part of MK Ultra.
MK Ultra was specifically about mind control. Was specifically about mind control. They didn't care what
I can only imagine what it sounded like to y'all.
they didn't care whether they used drugs, whether they used techniques. Didn't matter what. You didn't have to use psychic anything. The only thing they cared about is, can we mind control people?
I would have loved to have been the guy that all I had to do was just stare at a goat and hope to God it just dropped dead.
Eventually it would, because it'd get hungry enough, and
Yeah, like
Die.
how long has it been
that's
since
like
you
the,
fed
you know
this
why
goat?
the Indian rain dance works.
Well, you know that the CIA still has that program.
I don't-
Yes.
Yeah,
Doubt
they actually allowed a bunch of remote viewers.
You know what? I think they were.
Had their files released, and they all worked for the CIA as remote viewers.
Do you believe in that remote viewing shit?
That's a tough one, because here's the thing: I've never been able to remote view.
Right.
Do I believe that the human mind is capable of generating things that are beyond comprehension? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I myself can't do it. But I've seen evidence of people that were able to, with a fair degree of accuracy, predict some things. I would like
No bedtime snack. You understand me?
I would like to
As
believe
soon
it.
as we get done,
Just
you brush your teeth and you go to
go
bed.
to fucking bed.
No kiss on the forehead for you.
No, I'm still gonna kiss you on your forehead because I love you.
But yeah, I've like, I would love to believe that it's possible because I would love that power.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
Some of those people are extremely convincing.
Well, I know that I've had a few instances, and it's going to make me sound a little crazy. Like when I was younger, there was a lady that lived in our apartment complex named Margot. And when
Polo.
Margot.
Oh. Pogo.
Anyway,
What was her name?
so there we were.
I think he said it was Marcus.
But I had a dream.
No,
that
seriously,
she-
what was the name? Come on, I got
Margot.
Key Lago.
God bless it.
You want to just keep stepping on it?
Yeah.
So you had a neighbor.
Her name was Margot. He had a neighbor. Her name was Marlo.
Margot.
And she was busy bringing up 3 boys of her own. And she met Glenn when he was 14.
I was 7.
And he didn't sleep alone.
So basically, I had this dream that Margot died.
Okay.
And she came up to me in the dream, and she told me that she'd be going away for a while because she was this really cool old lady. Anyway, when I woke up, my mother was crying in the living room, and I'm like, why are you crying? And she told me that Margot had died. And so that was weird.
I'll tell you this. This is actually very funny.
Have you been
So-
watching a lot of Don Rickles?
No.
Are you sure?
I'll tell you this.
Yeah, because that's what he does. I mean, like, and if you have been, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure, but it's got a dead giveaway. Because I'll tell you this.
I'll tell you this. But here's the funny thing about it is that we all have stories like that. Is that we all have stories, and we always preface it with like, I don't want to sound crazy. So I think this whole like people sounding crazy is what stops us from talking about the fact that humans may have psychic potential.
Absolutely.
You don't have like this off feeling when you know your kids are up to no good.
No, I just know they're doing it.
Yeah, he's the dad.
Like,
He has that
know
feeling
it.
all
I
the
know
time.
it. But it does, I mean, I'm still here, and I used to do the exact same shit that they do.
Yeah, see, I have this weird thing about when it comes to like getting under my nephews. If it's something that I know that I did, I have a really hard time. Like for instance,
It's so much easier when they're yours.
right?
It's so much
Yeah, well,
easier.
like-
Like if it's not, it's harder to discipline a kid that's not
No,
yours.
well, not in our family. In my family, if you're around an adult, you are you free game.
No, I.
Like I mean,
Yeah.
and we don't, you know, they don't. There is no ramifications, like unless you were to overdo it. But like I remember one of my nephews, he was like 16, and I noticed that the vodka was missing, and there they are in my front ditch, which is right by the public road, and they're sitting there sipping on this fucking tequila, or vodka, sorry. And I walk up and I'm like, all right, who stole my vodka? And they look at me and they're like, and they think that I'm about to murder them. And I was like, you're too young for this. And I just walked off. Like, I mean, there's, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, shit, they weren't the only one. My mom was a fucking alcoholic. It wasn't hard to steal from her. We all did it.
You know, the funny thing, when I used to deliver water, I noticed the difference between white kids and black kids is I used to bust black kids and white kids all the time smoking weed. Black kids would always be like, you want to hit it? And the white kids would drop it and walk off. Always. Always. Black kids didn't give a fuck. White kids were nervous as fuck that somebody showed up.
I wasn't that white kid.
I wouldn't either.
But I was also
I never
raised.
did drugs because I'm a good Christian.
Good call. I have never done drugs either.
I've done coke.
Cola?
Yeah.
So let me just throw this out there. This is completely off topic of what he was talking about. But just because
I
we
didn't
are
mean
doing-
like now.
yeah.
Like just.
But should we
I
we
know.
talk more
We're really upsetting the poltergeist.
about COVID-19 or
I
coronavirus
thought it.
to alleviate some people and help understanding a little bit?
Don't get it. Wash your fucking hands.
Okay, that you're going to get it. Yeah, that's
Do you
Have
really
you seen that
like,
they're
is this a
offering
bit?
people?
If
Have
it's a
you,
bit, I'm gonna back off.
no.
have you
Okay.
seen? Have you
All right, I
seen
get
where
you
they're
now. I got
offering
you.
people
So,
to
but-
get like offering to get like offer you a lot of money to get it injected into you to see if they can find a fucking.
How much is a lot of money?
I don't know, but it's a shitload of money to the point where I was like,
Hit me up, ladies
"Yeah,
and
I
gentlemen.
got you, boo."
Hit me up. If it's enough that if I do die, my kids are squared away, I'm good.
you're not going to die.
I know I'm not going to die. I'm not worried about coronavirus.
Well, no, let me explain why certain people are. The people that are worried about coronavirus are the exact people that should be worried about coronavirus, which is the CDC and the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Because the main reason they are is not because of the current lethality rate of the virus, even though 2% is nothing to sneeze at. It is because the main worry they have is that with the mutation rate of this particular virus, if it infects enough people, the mutation rate goes up, and then that goes up exponentially, and so they're worried about an offshoot mutation of this virus.
Now that you've put it that way, that makes the most sense as to why people are freaking the fuck out about it.
Yeah.
That right there, I can completely respect and see.
Yeah. But it's
Okay.
not our job to worry about that. It's
No,
the CDC's
yeah,
and World
no,
Health.
exactly. Because
Yeah, but
my
do you
son
feel
comes
like
home the other
they're-
day and he's like, "Dad, Corona's in Monroe," and I was like, "Flu's in Alexandria. Who gives a fuck?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess you're right." I'm
Well,
like,
no,
"Dude,
I mean,
just
the
settle
thing
down.
is-
You're good. I
well, no-
promise. I'll get you some antibiotics. You'll be all right."
I mean, not if it's a virus.
You're not fucking 73 years old is what I'm getting at.
No, but I mean, also, it's like me and Gabby were talking about it the other day about the fact that, like, I take stuff to boost my immune system, but long before, because one thing, when I started going to the gym, I got sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, it's because it's such a fucking nasty place, you
Yeah,
know?
it's where germs go to live.
And so,
That's their nightclub.
so honestly, that's what I started doing was I started taking immune builders, a lot more vitamin C,
Mm-hmm.
you know, stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not saying that I'm impervious to it because
Yeah.
it'd get me. But at the same time, I don't fear. I'm a perfectly healthy.
And to be perfectly honest, if the three of us got it, we probably wouldn't even notice it in its current state. Like we'd have a small cough, maybe a little bit. Ah, man, today's a shitty day. But
Oh,
like,
I felt like that for 6 months.
yeah, exactly. Like we
I'm
wouldn't.
39, so that's 39.
But yeah, so we wouldn't even notice it. But the people that are worried about it, again, CDC tracks viruses that have high mutation rates, and that's why they work to isolate, enclose, and get vaccines for them as quickly as possible.
Now, here's my question. It's a virus, so typically it has to run its course. There is no medication that really kills it.
There's a vaccine that you can create a vaccine for a
I've
virus.
said, look, people have been getting the flu shot and then getting the flu.
Well, they didn't get the version of the flu that they got the shot for, though.
I
Yeah.
know, but it just
They got
cracks
one of the other 19 strands of
right.
the flu.
It cracks me the fuck up. I've never had a flu shot.
I don't get them either.
Well, then you're contributing to a global pandemic.
How do you figure?
But again, they only give you the flu shot for one, maybe three different strands of the flu, and there's
None of which are
fucking 20,
present.
25 of them.
Okay, so the way immunization works,
Yeah.
especially for viruses, here's the thing: when they inject you with the
I see
strains
what
of
you're
the
getting at.
when they inject you with the strains of the flu that are in there, your body develops the antibodies. Those
Right.
antibodies can also mutate alongside the virus. So different strains of the virus, the same antibodies eventually work on those.
Still not getting them. I'm a non-vaxxer. It gives you.
I'm sorry.
All of my kids
My
are
favorite
vaccinated,
thing,
man.
there was this guy, and he's like, what do you believe about vaccines? He's like, what do you like, dead babies? Like, I mean,
Oh shit.
yeah, he just went
Good
straight
point.
for the
Yeah.
jugular.
Yeah, but no, that's why, because that's why it's important in the way that it is, and why they put so much time and money.
You
into
know,
makes
you know
sense.
why I don't get the flu shot?
That's why I like
Because
talking
I
to you,
think
'cause
it's
you make
really
sense.
shady to get a fucking flu shot at Walgreens or Walmart
Why?
because they're filled
Some
some
$7.25 an hour employee just got done taking a shit. He's just gonna stick you with a needle.
Yeah,
Sweat it.
yeah. I don't
Okay,
fucking.
those aren't the people that stick you with a needle.
I know that.
But my point is,
I've
like,
been there. I've taken my
Walmart-
kids to get flu shots.
I used
you
to
know what
work
I
at
mean?
a Walmart. They're fucking disgusting. They're just full of.
That's you. All right. Your sleeve.
Oh, great, great.
What?
That's when it happens.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Now we're all gonna get it.
You know,
What would you do if this place locked down and we were stuck in this room together?
all of us together.
Yeah.
There's a hole in there. I'm out. I'm out. I don't know if I fit, but I'm out. I'll get there.
We got drills and shit. We can get out of here.
I'll put my foot through that motherfucker.
Yeah, I do not want to be trapped anywhere with Glenn.
No, that's got nothing to do with that.
What if we got trapped
I'm
on
out
an island?
On an island.
Well, see, like I have to get on an airplane Wednesday.
You're flying
Okay.
over land. Don't worry about it. You're gonna die. That's
No,
Actually, with current safety ratings, I mean,
Well, no,
he'll
I
be
felt
maimed.
like
He'll be maimed,
I
but-
felt like
I
since
don't
I
recall
already
the last-
paid for my ticket and travel is being so affected by the virus, I should have gotten a discount for taking a risk.
Are you gonna wear a mask on your trip?
No.
In the
I'm
plane?
going to the fucking tropics. I'm just asking for trouble.
He's more likely to come back with,
Gonorrhea.
gonorrhea. Yeah.
herpes, a kid. I'd say a young Filipino boy, but you've already got that.
Yeah.
God, that was an accident.
Wow.
That's how they
Most
always
kids
happen.
are.
But,
At least he's a pretty Filipino.
but yeah. So that I just wanted to put
We were
that out
right
there.
there.
We were talking
'Cause-
about the fact that like his grandmother, his dad, who is very much Filipino but looks like Lord Toranaga. Like, and he doesn't say much. He just sits there all stoic, hating Gabby for being gay. Like,
You bring
you bring
shame to our
dishonor to the
family.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Did you just get a family? I've
Family.
never heard him say anything.
Family.
But it's just like you should see it because he was trying to be all fatherly
You
to
want your
Gabby,
fucking water?
and he goes.
God damn it.
He just shows up. He's like, "We're gonna go on a road trip together," and so they went on this trip together, father and son, through the South, and they went to like see Martin Luther King's house, which is really cool.
That's
Like that-
fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was
But the
a good
thing
time?
is the
yeah.
thing is, I asked him, "Did y'all talk?" And he's like, "No." The entire fucking trip is just stone silence.
We
and-
listened to David Allen Coe the whole time.
and when they pulled up to Martin Luther King's house, he said his dad gets out of there with like this air of not impressed. Like he's just.
This is it. 2-bedroom, one bath.
We drove 15
1,300 square
hours
feet of a
for
dream,
this.
huh?
And then he fucking left. It was just like,
I wonder if like the bed that Martin Luther King was sleeping on when he had that dream
oh
is in
God,
the Smithsonian.
see,
Yeah,
that's
a
a
full
that is a comic thought.
A full size.
If
with
you
the
really-
springs all sprung.
Gabby, you don't even know. You think I'm irreverent. Some of the shit that goes through fucking comics' minds is just, look,
Stop it.
if you don't acknowledge the ghost, it's not real.
Sam, settle down for
God,
me, please.
look, now you've got him all fucking. He does that
I
cat
do have a ghost
thing.
here. His name's Sam.
Yeah, he
We've talked about this.
Yeah, I
before.
got cussed out on the way
He's
home. the other
inside.
day.
He ain't back here.
He might have moved.
He ain't.
No.
Well, I did take that door down.
Yeah, you did.
So he might be in that. Oh shit! That placard's in that drawer. I'm just kidding. It's inside. I just wanted to see if I could freak him out.
Oh, one time.
Why are you worried about ghosts? We live in the voodoo capital of the universe. Just go get a bag of that guju, that special dirt that they have.
I got a guy down on 63rd that'll sell it to you cheap.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't dump that shit on the floor, man. You smoke that shit.
I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you right
tell
now.
me some
Watch
Just like crack an egg over your door, you're fine.
Y'all want to watch
glad you
him
brought up
flip
crack.
the shit out? Play anything where a ghost jumps out. He doesn't even like listening to ghost stories. if he hears them the entire time, he's like, and he cannot stand that white people just walk into problems.
Look up 2-sentence ghost stories. Dude, those are the best. Dude, those are... have you ever seen those?
No.
2-sentence... Not the video. I think there's something on Netflix right now that's about that. But 2-sentence ghost stories.
I love
those
how
fucking
you
stories
spelled
are
Warner
the
Braun
best.
in the most American way you could.
Like Time Warner.
Yeah.
And Braun paper towels.
Warner Braun! Comes out with a cowboy hat. Cowboy hat and
A
a
name
German.
like that, you're wearing Spurs.
Yippee-yi-ki-yay, cowboy. Sorry. Sorry, that's
Should've
all I
a
can
little more lisp to that.
These chaps be crotchless. No stopping the party, yes?
You know, I was having a conversation with somebody one day.
I'm sorry. I work on the rockets.
One more time, sir.
I work on the rockets.
Oh, you work on the
The
rocket.
rockets are so big.
Oh, and nice knockers.
And powerful.
They shoot up so far.
Would you like to touch my thrust chamber?
It is important for the aerodynamics that the tip slides ever so gracefully through the air.
Boom, I exploded. Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the challenge.
My sister says Mommy killed her. Mama says I don't have a sister. Oh.
2-sentence horror stories. They're fucking fantastic.
Jesus.
Yes. They're great.
Oh, God.
I can't see the TV, so you're going to have to read them.
I'm going to, well, he's not really, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
You hear your mom calling into the kitchen. As you're heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too."
Ooh.
Spooky. Not
Sure
as
spooky.
You don't like them?
no,
No. I think they're funny.
Go
Like,
ahead.
I
that's the
love
thing.
them. I think they're great.
That's a really good one. Go ahead. It's your turn, Dave.
All right.
You read,
The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long rotating nail. Rotting nails.
That'd be worse. Oh no! It's drill fingers.
Her long rotting nails through my chest. Her other hand muffled my screams. I sat bolt upright. That can't be the way that's written. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream, but I saw my alarm clock read 2:06. I heard my closet door creak open.
Yeah. There's one about...
And then you get the flamethrower out.
That's right.
It was the
there's
ghost of
there's one
Black and
about...
Decker.
Okay. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
That's how I feel when I take a shit.
You don't have a light in your bathroom?
No,
Crazy.
I shit by candlelight.
this one's
'cause
on
I'm
you, buddy.
I'm green.
Yeah.
I'm all about green.
You know they had to use resources to make those candles, and you're also creating carbon
That's
dioxide by
fine.
burning the candles.
You know what I'm
farting
doing in
and
that
shitting,
bathroom?
And you got to
Yeah.
process, takes electricity, and then water, and killing fish.
I feel like I should read this like in that old, the whole spooky.
Yeah, read it in the spooky voice. Let's get into it.
Oh.
Let's get way into this.
Hello, young man.
Where it's like,
It's dangerous to go alone. Take
Hi.
this.
Reach in my pocket and fetch
wait,
out that
and what
quarter.
is it? The guy from like
Little to
any
the
kind
left.
of Pet Cemetery where he's like, I awoke to the sound of the baby monitor crackling, with a voice comforting my firstborn child. So that one is weird. Boston Morgan Freeman. As I adjusted to the new position, my arm brushed against my wife, sleeping next to me. That sounds like... Wait.
That's somebody who hired a maid. That's somebody who hired a babysitter.
After struggling desperately to move to any part of his paralytic body just to alert the doctors that he was conscious before they made his first incision, he was relieved to see that none of the nurses
One.
Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to bring quality to the show.
One of the
Something
nurses-
Fun. I didn't know. it
I
was
just
gonna turn into
realized
this.
that that's a run-on sentence.
to those
Oh,
people
this-
out there that
hold
wrote
on.
these
The
sentences,
nurses
I'm so
had
sorry that
noticed
we're shitting all
his
over them.
pupils dilating from the bright light. She leaned close in and with a whisper that tickled his ear said, "You think we don't know you're awake?" That fucking freaked me out.
That one's good. That one.
That
oh
one scared
man,
the
that
shit
one,
out of me.
There's one about a dude's wife and kid.
My
Like
daughter.
anything about modern medical care, it's like, oh, read that in Bernie Sanders' voice. Yeah.
When he's like, my daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night, thinking about taxes.
And the billionaire class.
Oh, that one's sad. I visit her grave every night. Oh, y'all should have been Catholic. She'd have never come back.
That's funny. I like
Never
that.
come
That's
back.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Baby, put
I
it
always
on-
felt safe
on
as a
me.
kid because I thought any strange noise in the middle of the night would be my cat.
It was just your uncle.
Ooh.
HR touching
Ooh.
stuff.
Ooh.
We're going to play a game called Hide the Pickle.
Why don't you
Oh.
play a real game like Don't Wake Daddy?
All right, so that's number 8. Go down to number 9. We just read that one.
Oh, God, it hurts to breathe.
I wake up early, and everything feels wrong. It's too quiet outside. I look out on the window, and I see everyone standing still, looking at my house. The billionaire class paid these people to look at my house. Okay, you want to go this one, or?
There used to be a voice I did very regular that Gabby hates. And he goes, you ready, Gabby? Watch his face. It's my favorite. Now watch him. You got to watch it, Gabby. Don't watch the ghost. Watch Gabby.
Well, look at that ghost. That's your Skeeter Hawk with dust on his ass now. You should have murdered the motherfucker. Now he's all struggling.
No, he's cleaning. He's being fucking useful.
touche. All right. Go for
You're
it.
not getting your ass up there and getting the dust. He went up there and cleaned it with his ass.
Something tells me I'm not getting the cobwebs either, and he's about to be fucked.
So we used to do this thing where I would be like this guy named Martin Higgins, and he
Okay.
would tell these things
Okay.
about that's your problem right there, and the is what it gets. So it goes,
Okay.
the doctors told the amputee he might experience some phantom limb
Okay.
from time to time.
Okay.
Nobody prepared him for the moments, though, and when he felt the cold fingers brush across his phantom hand.
You know, it's
Oh.
kind of crazy.
That,
I don't like it when cold hands touch my hand.
I
either.
know, especially when they're not
right
there and
here.
it's a phantom.
And
It's
it's,
right
a
there.
phantom touching my
God.
fingers. I
Put it
mean, I'm all like, if these phantoms are around, why don't you help me go ice fishing? How about
I
it?
had it happen to me one time
Be a
when I
lot
was eating a
easier.
jelly and I dropped it. I mean, it's just one of those things that happen.
I didn't have phantom hands. They gave me hook hands.
Oh,
I
wow.
know.
I go fishing all
See,
the time.
The thing I
Where
like.
you going, Gabs?
Gabs.
Gabs.
Gabs. We're about to start
Like,
talking ice fishing over here.
We had 52 minutes, Gabs.
Yeah, we're right around the
Jesus.
corner from being done. What's wrong with
Why-
get your little skinny
Why did you
ass?
change all of a sudden?
'Cause-
Jesus Christ.
Well, you know.
So talking about phantom limbs, dude, I was listening to this podcast a while back where this
Phantom schmeckle is what worries me.
where this
It
guy
is.
was talking
It
about
just
he
sneaks
works
up
with
on you.
Mm-hmm.
this guy. I'm gonna get this fucking story out. I don't give a fuck. I'm just keep
It's
on
so
talking.
hot.
So he decided that he
The
was going to help
schmeckle, you see.
amputees in the military
By
like,
jerking
work
the
things
schmeckles.
out.
I
So
got
what
you.
he does is he gets them to look in a mirror at their other hand.
Yeah.
So they put their hand here and they have a mirror here. So this arm's missing. They have them look in a mirror and do things and this that because a lot of people like.
Do you
that-
know who
that are
else did that?
amputees, Just you know what? Who?
Dr. House.
All right, cool. That's cool. Thank you guys. This has been episode.
What are you doing? We're
Go
going to
fuck
read another
himself.
one.
We're about
Oh,
to
we
read
got
another
more?
one.
God, what is wrong with you?
I didn't even finish my story.
Go ahead, finish it. No, it is cool. I wanna
The
hear it.
end.
That's what you waited for. You dick.
Now let me ask you this: the guys that lose both their hands, can they get a service hand jobber for when they have to masturbate?
No, typically what happens really whenever you lose both your hands, they remove 2 of your ribs and you just suck your own dick.
Can they put the ribs on your hands so that at least you have little ribs that you
Little
can
rib hands?
little rib hands?
No.
Ribbed for her pleasure. You put the rib
That's
in her.
funny. Ribbed for her pleasure. I
Yeah.
like what you did there.
All
That's
right.
pretty cool.
So, growing up with cats and dogs in the same house? What are we talking? All right, I got used to the sound of scratching at my door while I was asleep. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling.
He should probably put his grandma in a home. If she's out just scratching on the doors at night.
Working the night shift alone tonight. There is a face in the cellar staring at the security camera.
Well, don't go in the fucking cellar.
Turn that TV off.
Yeah, like why? Like
Well, yeah, what a stupid bitch. You just turn it off. You go
boop.
home.
All right, next.
Really, you have such a great
I really like the
excuse
fact that we're tearing these apart.
Yeah.
I woke up to hear a knocking on the glass. At first, I thought it was a window. until I heard it come from the mirror again. Well, no. Fuck the 7 years bad luck, though. A brick. Quit knocking at my window, you son of a bitch.
No, are you kidding? You go through that window. Did you not read Alice in Wonderland? You can go kill somebody and kill a Jabberwocky and be their king.
You really need to eat a bunch of mushrooms first, though, don't you?
Yeah, it'd be
When you
smart.
jump through that mirror.
First or after, it's not clear on what the procedural.
After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child.
Ooh, they're not married. They're
That's
living
out
in
of
sin.
wedlock.
This is the one. This is the one.
I didn't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Oh, wow. They had to dig them up. That's a lot of work.
Maybe, or just bring them straight
I'm
from the
going to
hospital.
tell you right now, if they went through all that effort, you really need to think about the presentation. That's better than coming home to a cooked meal. Somebody dug a 6-foot fucking hole twice.
Well, do they bury the babies at 6 feet?
Well, no, I mean, if it was stillborn, well,
I mean, I thought the Clintons just ate them.
The billionaire class is eating babies.
Right. So, yeah, no. And they're delicious.
She asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't.
hang on now. I want to wait, no, go back up. I want you to
wasn't.
read this part. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Say.
She asked why I was breathing so heavily.
Because you asked me to be on top.
I did.
But I wasn't.
I did just.
Cha-cha-cha.
I did just get up, didn't I?
I was walking across the room.
Yeah. Why are you so winded? I'm fat. Fuck. Jesus.
They celebrated the first successful cryogenic freezing. He had no way of letting them know he was still conscious.
How the fuck does that work?
Because
That's
Walt Disney is still begging to get out of there. Let me out! Let me out! You just walk up. It's just a really cold tube. It's not.
You see the Family Guy, right? Episode of that. Where he-
Are the Jews gone?
All right, well, then turn it back on.
Okay, let's see. I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in.
Well, that's better than clutching the body she was buried in. Just a dress.
All right.
And they're clean when they're buried.
You know that weird full body
someone last
twitch?
time?
Some would call it an orgasm, but not me. You sometimes get when you're falling asleep.
I was trying to read orgasm.
If you
I was like, where does it say that?
I've never
Who
seen one of
wrote
those.
this fucking
I've never seen
story?
one of those in my life.
Who wrote this fucking
you may
story?
not see it, but it's there.
It's like ghost penthouse letters.
If there was a
That's all it would
camera,
be.
if there was a camera pointed at you and you saw what it captured at that moment, you'd never sleep again.
See, that makes it less. Okay, this is the last one. A grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor.
Fuck you.
You know what I'm thinking?
Fire escape.
Yeah, why are you? Yeah.
Yeah. Window cleaner.
Burglar.
Also, are you
On the
guys not
14th?
reading that? He actually lives on the 13th floor.
Yeah, 'cause
because remember,
That's right.
that's where the oodle and magoodles come from. Oh, it's actually on the 13th.
I can't
So you know
believe
what?
they
I'm
still
gonna
do
be
that.
honest with you. I've had ghostly experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'll tell them. But I mean, like I've had the door scratch thing, and it is creepy. But I'm one of those people that where my friend was, I was texting him while it was happening, and I'm like, something's scratching on my fucking door. He's like, do you have any animals in the house? I'm like, no. He said, well, open the fucking door. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, you're the reason they make movies. I'm
It
going to
was-
sit here until the fucking sun comes
The
up,
did the
looking
door-
at my crucifix above my door, knowing that Jesus won't let him in. And I was right. And he's like, well, you could always get out of your bedroom door. I'm like, I live in Keithville. It's dark as shit out of there. I can see in the bedroom. If the minute I go out there, it's going to be a whole fucking forest full of monsters.
Man, look at those veins.
God, no, it just fucking irritates me. Anytime that big guy's like, hey, does anybody want a Cheeto in a fucking horror movie? Because they plant the big guy to be this big dumb fuck that he's going to die this horrible... He's almost as bad as being black in a horror movie. Just walking out there and he's like, hey, I
that's
fuck all the
racist.
Yeah, that's
bitches.
going to be taken
Yeah,
out of
that's right. I'm
context.
cutting that up.
No, it's not.
I know. I am.
You know
it will be.
You know what I'm talking about. They always claim they're the first to die.
That's why in that movie, I think it was the Halloween 5. I don't remember which one it was. One of the Halloweens. LL Cool J survives.
Yeah.
Spoilers. If you didn't catch it in '98, like the rest of us, LL Cool J survives in one of those movies, and my homeboy was so hyped. The black man lives. The black man lives. He was so.
I think you're
hyped.
talking about Deep Blue Sea.
No, this was. I'm pretty sure this was.
He lived in that.
Yeah, he lived in that too.
Yeah,
But
he
I'm
did.
pretty
Is
sure
LL Cool J's contract just like I survived?
I survived.
Survives.
he wrote this song.
Him and The Rock.
Is it-
You're not killing them in any movie.
Rock dies.
Okay.
Is
So,
Where?
So this is
The other guys.
this is the last
Did
thing.
he really?
Yeah. Next.
Oh,
This-
okay.
What's up,
Thi-
motherfucker?
This
I
is
didn't
the
know.
last thing.
Come at me. Fact check.
This is the last thing I want to end on.
Oh,
just
20
because,
years later, H2O.
because it tickles me fucking pink, and I want to do it on this show. We don't have to listen to the audio, but I want the video thrown up of Ninja Sex Parties.
No.
69.
No.
69.
I fucking hate it. Do not do it.
Gabs,
Please.
please.
No,
Thank you.
I don't want to do this.
I will
No.
jeopardize the video
no,
over here if Gabby
because
doesn't look it
I
up.
cannot fucking stand it. We were driving down to
We
fucking
won't hear
Love-
any of it.
I don't need to hear it. I can fucking visually see that I fucking hate it.
Hey, for the record, because I know how to do this, I'm gonna hook it up where you can hear that TV only in them headphones.
I'm going to promise you right now. Look, I don't even like the fucking background.
I don't think I know what this is.
Ninja Sex Party is a goddamn
It's
atrocity to
Ninja
music.
Sex Party 69.
Don't do it.
Thank you, Gabby.
No, Gabby. You will lose
I
your
think
job.
maybe that's what I ought to tell him. Hey, Gabs, don't switch the cameras, and he'll just do it.
I fucking hate this. He put this shit on.
Uh-huh.
It's 9 fucking minutes long. See, look
Okay.
at it. 9 minutes and 30 fucking seconds.
Go ahead and play it. We'll keep it on a
No,
low boil.
I don't want it on anything.
And we'll-
Ninja Sex Party.
We'll
Fucking
analyze
hate it.
it by
Laser
You
analyze.
just
show.
want to see me lose my shit again. I lost it on the way there. I was hoarse all the way down there.
Nay.
Okay, so we're analyzing it now. For those of you
Not
at home,
analyzing anything.
Go
I
ahead and
fucking
play.
hate it.
but go ahead and play Ninja Sex Party 69.
No.
We'll kind of go forward as
No,
we go
we're
forward.
not doing it.
Okay, so this is about Earth, you know,
all right.
and there are
Okay.
two heroic.
But that can't be Earth. It's not flat.
It's 100% Earth, and then it's gonna be exploded. All right.
Where does the
It's-
knife? I want to cut my fucking... It's got... Look at it. It's shit. I hate him already.
All right.
It's fucking...
So
look at him with that fucking chest hair showing. This, I hate everything about this.
So he-
I'm glad their fucking house blew up and their fucking testicular goddamn... I fucking hate it.
it's a
So is
spaceship.
David Blaine not doing magic anymore? He's doing videos?
And this is a they're going at the speed of Brian because it's a spaceship and time machine.
You remember Life of Brian? Now that was common. That was something funny.
And so you can see them, and they're going to the sexiest year ever, which is 69.
All right. Makes
Sexiest
sense.
year.
Makes,
In
makes
their
perfect sense.
spaceship, it's a fucking keyboard from the 90s. God, I fucking hate this stupid
Well,
shit.
hold on. You're not even pointing out the fact they don't have a flux capacitor in there.
I'm not pointing out the fact that I can't stand
All right.
any part. Look at that. Why are you doing this? It's a fucking dick spaceship.
Yeah, it's a dick spaceship, and he's hugging a
God,
bottle of
fucking-
space lube.
I fucking
He's hugging
hate
a
this.
bottle of space lube, everybody.
Fucking hate it.
And now he's slipping all over because he got the space lube everywhere, so he's kind of slipping over it. Everyone gets laid in 69.
Man, hey, look, dude.
And look, okay, he's about to take off. Boom! And there's another one right there. He just took off one Speedo, and there was another Speedo right underneath of it. And-
Space lube.
Yeah, and he's got his space lube, but he spilled it again and slipped on it because he was in a holodeck. But now they're in 69, okay? And so now they've finished time traveling. They're there, and they're so excited. They're like, we're going to fuck everything. It's going to be great. There's going to be unicorns, winged wolves in the background, so a stegosaurus.
That's not a stegosaurus.
Everybody's
Whipped cream bikinis.
everybody's wearing whipped cream bikinis.
I want to figure out how to make it to 69.
But here's the
69.
turn. Here's
All
the
right,
turn.
Here's the turn.
It's not sexy at all. Yeah, no touching.
Oh.
Discreetness. Everybody's
The girl has to be on a stage to pull her titties out.
No, not even that. Like fear boners. Everybody's talking about fearing boners. Modesties, the hottesties. Everybody's just wearing turtlenecks. Look at that spring bait.
Can I say something? How shitty would it be if you got fear boners?
Yeah.
Like every time you got scared, you just got to rock
No,
harder. I bet that would keep
it
people
running.
from
I'm gonna
robbing
keep
you.
Going. Okay, so he can't believe that nobody's banging. He can't believe that nobody's banging. It's a life without boners, and he's almost in a turtleneck, but he rips it out. So
Is
they
he
go-
Russian? What's that red star on his chest?
It's his symbol. And so they're going to speak to the Council of Dick Elders. So there's a Dick Elders. They don't want to see anybody, but they're like, listen. They're very polite about it, and they're like, listen, everything sucks without people banging each other. So why don't you guys make it to where people will bang each other again? And then they reveal their hoods that they're evil. And then they're like, oh my God, you're Ninja Sex Party. We've known about this for millennia. And that's why we have, guards with guns. And so the guards with guns attempt to take them down, but he's a ninja. He's just too good at being a ninja.
Right, and the other guy's too good at throwing sex parties?
He's too good at throwing sex parties. And they just can't do it. And so they start firing all these lasers at him.
Yeah.
And so they start a plan. They start to hatch a plan for a revolution. And you see, like, the lasers are flying all over their dick ship. Like, the lasers are barely missing their dick ship.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. And so they're like, if we find a girl and bang her, we can shape this broken world into something better. And so this is him typing, trying to find the girl. And, a laser hit their dick ship right there. But
Yeah, but it looked like they were protected by something. Maybe like a
some sort of dick shield.
some sort of a cock shield. Glenn,
Oh, now they've unfurled the cock banner. They've unfurled the cock banner, and they've located the hot girl that they would use to save the world.
is she hot?
She is hot.
Let's see. So that's why the graphics are so bad, because they blew their load on the hot chick.
Like, you'll see, like, they teleport down. Oh, no, he floats down on his platform shoes and bell bottoms. Bam. And then the dance party starts because they're about to bang.
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to feel like Glenn.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's
This is a lot to take in. I'm pretty
we're
sure.
only like halfway through.
I'm pretty sure that we are ruining our fan base right now. But hey, you know what? You guys enjoy. Sex Party 6969. Just
Yeah,
because
Ninja Sex Party.
I like to see Glenn suffer.
Yeah, and so now
I love this.
Now
This
they're
is
starting to bang,
So fantastic to me.
and they're banging now, and Ninja Brian's doing all kinds of sexy ninja shit, and they're banging, and yeah, and it turns out the whole thing was filmed and broadcast all over the world. So it started what will now be referred to right here as a cockocalypse. A cockalypse. Sorry, I misspelled that. It's a cockalypse.
You see what I did over here? Just so he can't look nowhere
Yeah.
without seeing Ninja Sex Party.
Okay, and so they're like, and so now
Shut up about it! God damn, I fucking hate this shit. Turn the fucking thing off. I'm not doing it. Oh, I've had enough. Oh, finished. Where's the fucking button? I'm not doing it. Goodbye.